Namaste, my friends, and welcome to my YouTube page, which is all about helping people navigate their spiritual awakening process. Doing Kundalini yoga oftentimes is a very good way to balance your chakras, balance your energy body, so you can stay as grounded as one can in the midst of their awakening. It's also good for just anybody who wants to get the benefits of yoga. This particular routine is perfect for when you're short on time and still want to have that feeling of inner clarity and balance, and it's also not very athletically demanding. I'll get right into it. I'm going to walk you through this, so as you can listen, but I also recommend you do this along with me. This first one is going to look just like this. I'm going to lean back. I'm going to have my arms out in front of me with my thumbs pointing up. It'll look like this. You lean back as far as you comfortably can, challenge yourself a little bit, and at the same time, when you lean forward, you should feel some stretch in your hamstring muscles, but it shouldn't be too much of a strain. You should be able to kind of get into the zone. And when you lean back, you're going to inhale deeply through your nose. When you lean forward, you're going to exhale deeply through your nose. Here we go, about 30 seconds. Okay, moving on. Now, I'm going to leave my right leg just as it is. I'm going to raise my left leg to about 45 degrees in relation to the floor. I'm going to grab my leg anywhere from my knee to my ankle is fair game. You want to get some sort of a grip, a little bit of leverage. I'm going to keep my leg straight. I'm going to point my toes out, and I'm going to pull myself forward until I feel a nice stretch in my hamstring and maybe even my calf muscles. I'm going to focus on my toes, and I'm going to engage the breath of fire. With the breath of fire, you want to have equal emphasis on the inhale and also the exhale. You don't want to bring your breath very deep at all. It's just kind of a real shallow breath, fairly rapid. Sounds just like this. All through the nose. One tip is to pick a tempo, a speed that you're comfortable with. Otherwise, you'll find yourself running out of breath. So, legs down like this. I'm going to lift my left leg, point my toes, grab here between my knee and ankle here, leaning forward until I feel a nice stretch, focusing on my toes, and we'll do the breath of fire for about 15 seconds because we have both feet to do. Gently put your foot down, other leg raises up about 45 degrees, grabbing anywhere between here and here, leaning forward, pointing my toes, leg is straight, breath of fire. Gently relax from that. This next one is going to have two different variations. So if the first one intimidates you a little bit, just stick with us because the next one's a lot easier, okay? And they're both not really that challenging. The first one is a bit of a stretch in your shoulder area. So I'm going to bring my feet towards me like this, scoot my butt forward a teeny bit, just place my hands on the ground. My fingers are going to be pointing that way. My arms are straight. My feet are about, 12 to 14 inches apart. The weight is in my heels. I'm going to lean back, raise my hips up. And you don't want to get lazy here. Don't just sit like this. Really drive your heels into the floor and get some nice height on your hips. I'm going to lean my head back so I'm looking straight up. Breath of fire. An alternative way you can do it is just like this. Lean back. You're going to clasp all of your fingers, even your thumbs like this, and you're going to place this little bunch here under your body. Raise your hips up a little bit to make room. And now I'm going to roll my shoulders in towards my spine, which will allow me to get some height in my hips. I drive my heels into the floor, get my hips as high as I can handle. And now the breath of fire. Slowly coming out of it. Walking my feet out. Relaxing for a moment. This next one is to your abdominal region, and it also has 2 different variations. So I'm going to make a diamond like this, or spade with my hands, and now I'm going to sit on my hands. This will give your back some support, your lower back. I'm going to extend my legs out in front of me, make sure my knees are locked out, straighten or kind of flex my toes forward, and now I'm going to raise my legs about 6 inches off the ground, and my head is going to come up to about the same height. Looking forward. You might feel some shaking in your stomach, your abs, and now the breath of fire. If you're tired, put one foot down. Or you can bend both knees a little bit. I recommend just having one foot down because that's more closely related to the typical pose where you're focused on your toes here. After about 30 seconds of whatever pose you choose, for about 30 seconds, relax. Now, I'm going to bring my knees into my chest like this, just kind of grab them with my hands. I'm going to bring my head up, tucking my chin, legs together, kind of bunch up like this. And that's it. Now we do the breath of fire. Come on up. Last one, folks. So sit in what's known as easy pose, which is just like your crossed leg like this. You want to sit up nice and tall. Tuck your chin. We're going to extend our arms out like this. We'll have our thumbs pointing up like a hitchhiker. We'll curl our hands in so we have like little half fists. And we're going to raise our hands up a little bit higher. So again, from here, chin is tucked. You're going to close your eyes and gently gaze up, looking up towards your eyebrows, your third eye region. Just focus on that area. And now the breath of fire. That one is awesome for clearing your aura of all negativity and density. Now afterwards, I personally sometimes or oftentimes will lay down just for a couple of minutes in corpse pose, which is where you're just laying flat on your back, arms are relaxed, everything's relaxed, and you just breathe deeply, gently, and just allow your body and all the energy to kind of settle and relax. But since I'm sitting here, you can also do it this way, where you're just still in like your meditative lotus position. I'm going to extend my arms out. I'm going to go like this. My pointer finger is going to touch my thumb. That's the Gyan Mudra. Chin is tucked, nice back, straight back, and just breathe. We're all going to take 3 conscious, slow, deep breaths together. In through the nose. Mentally visualize it coming all the way down into your pelvic region. Bring it very deeply. Pause. As you pause, everything is relaxed. And a nice slow exhale. Do that 3 times.